Hello and welcome to Tangerine, and this week we are looking at Resident Evil 5. Do you want to introduce yourself, guys?
No,
Yeah,
no.
no,
Just
no.
we're just gonna watch Resident Evil 5.
We've got Vietnam Dave with us, aka the Resident Evil expert, as I introduced him once.
Yeah.
So we thought I'd bring him on to talk
Re-
about Resident Evil 5.
Resident,
Yeah.
Hi.
Thanks, guys.
That's right. Do you want to tell the fun fact that you told on the test recording?
Oh, there's a couple of Easter eggs, and if you look around the starting area, because there's not much to do, you're just walking through it basically. To get
Yeah.
an idea of what it's going to be like in Africa. You can see the agitator Mangini in one of the top windows, just staring
AKA
at you.
VJ Emmy from Hollywood.
That's the one.
Dude, someone should make a Resident Evil mod that replaces him with VJ Emmy. That would be so good. Have you seen the Resident Evil 2 mod where it replaces Mr. X with Dr. Disrespect? That's so. Yeah, there's a mod that replaces him with Dr. Disrespect, and it just goes Raoul, and it starts playing Gillette, the best a man can get when he starts attacking you.
Right.
That kind of sounds more terrifying.
Yeah.
Mr. X himself.
Well, we've got what's his name on the third one? The new enemy, Nemesis. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Anyway, so I put Dave because we actually played the whole game together through co-op. Resident Evil 5 is one of the few Resident Evil games you can actually play in full online co-op, which is pretty cool.
Like six.
Like Civ, did you say?
Six.
Like 6.
Okay. Yeah. 6 is
Everyone loves number 6.
6 is a lot worse than 5. I'd say.
Yeah.
Dave showed me some gameplay of 6, and it's mostly quick time events strapping together cutscenes, I guess. It looks like.
It's very disjointed. Like it's a game that looks like it's been made by a load of different people, and you can tell that
I think that's because
each campaign, has a completely different feel to it, so it's not consistent. So you may actually like one part of 6 and then just hate the rest. I think a lot of people felt the same, and coming out with that after 5, which, well, in my opinion, it's one of the best, if not the best. But a lot of people either hated it or loved it.
Yeah, I'm in the camp of not really liking 5, but I understand the fun you can get by playing 5 in co-op.
That is where most of the fun comes from.
I just have a problem with because the start. Okay, the start is so good. I loved this part we're looking at. I really actually like.
Well, the start of
the first mission is fantastic.
The start of the game starts very grounded.
Yeah,
it's like very.
I love the tension. I love the where the hell are we? What's going on?
Rural African. There's these people that have slowly been turned into zombies, and then as it gets further, it goes like, but here are some tribal. There's some tribal ones that have worshipping giant alligators. Here's
you're being attacked by some flying worms.
Wesker's going to come along and throw some rockets at you as you get towards the end. It gets wackier as time goes on, I think. Which is why...
it kind of starts with a mystery, like bioweapons. Yeah, and then it just...
Well, your son isn't a contractor, right? What's the name of the military organization, Dave?
It's the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, or the BSSA.
Yeah.
And you're sent in with your team there.
Because this is the first time you meet Sheva.
She was made up for the game. You're coming back to Chris, but he's obviously been to the gym a lot.
He's been beefed up a lot.
Because I think it shows through cutscenes what happened before this game, how you lost Jill. You're in a mansion with Wesker, and then he pushes her out a window, and it's very much suggested that she died, and now you've got a new partner. And yet there is 2 DLCs for this game, and one of them lets you go back and play it like a prequel. There's VJ Emmy on the microphone. I like these big executioner guys.
Yeah,
they're very
they're really cool.
Coneheady kind of.
Yeah, they always have those in Resident Evil games, though, right? Like big bulky guys.
Big chunguses, yeah.
Yeah, big chungus guys. Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of this is the Resident Evil 5 version of Dr. Salvador with a chainsaw. He's that.
Oh yeah,
There is also a chainsaw character
I thought-
in this game as well.
I was calling Mr.
Yeah.
Sunshine for some reason.
But one of the main complaints about Resident Evil 5 when it was released was people were used to playing 4, and they went from 4 to playing 5, and then they went to play it single player, and the AI was not very good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if
yeah,
you
it's
play it
very
like a
good.
co-op game, it's actually a very good game. I think that's the
So
biggest.
I had no problems with the AI. That wasn't the reason why I disliked the game.
I remember quitting the game because of the AI when I
Yeah,
tried
the
to play
AI
it
is
single player.
Really?
functional, but there's some points where it just really lets you
Yeah.
down so bad. Like
But you can still
the
play the whole game
Wesker-
by yourself.
the Wesker fight with where he's throwing rockets, as Joe alluded to before, that can be nearly impossible with the
Oh, yeah.
state of the AI.
We did have one boss fight that was like soft locked as well. What was?
Yeah, I've never seen that happen, but this is the first time playing on PC.
Hmm.
I'm used to the Xbox, and yeah, that's never happened to me before.
What was
but
the
that
name?
was weird.
Ouroboros 2, was
Yeah,
it?
it was the second Ouroboros fight where you
You're supposed to use the flamethrower to like
yeah.
slow him down because you run out of ammo
Well, you
really
use
fast.
the flamethrower to make him vulnerable. But we must have used like everything we had several times trying to do that.
So we ran out of ammo. Just
The only way we
Yeah,
could get
well, we
past it
ran
was
out of
we
ammo
had
and
to
there's
use a rocket.
Yeah,
right.
we think there's an actual glitch in that because
Right. Okay.
on the Xbox, he's
Yeah.
not that hard.
If
So
you want,
He is a
if,
difficult fight.
if
but
you want to play
Yeah.
this on Steam, you have to kind of jank your way and kind of install Games for Windows Live.
yeah,
It still
that's
uses Games for
really
Windows Live. Like
weird.
if you saw recently, GTA 4 actually got removed because they didn't have Games for Windows Live. So if you want to pick up a copy of this, they might actually be running out of Games for Windows Live keys. And if you don't know, you need Games for Windows Live to generate more keys if you use the service.
Oh.
So it's possible that Resident Evil 5 could actually get removed from Steam at some point
Yeah.
because they use the Games for Windows Live servers.
Well, don't worry. They replaced it with like the remastered version.
Where they remove multiplayer and all of the custom radio songs.
Well,
Anyway. I think we were just playing on a normal difficulty first, and then in the DLCs we were playing on like a higher difficulty.
I think yeah, we did normal, and then by the time we got used to it, so we just put it on the hardest difficulty. But I wouldn't mind going back and playing it to show you the hardest difficulty and what it's like.
Well, I don't want to fight Ouroboros 2 on the hardest difficulty because that was impossible.
Yeah, we just take nothing but rocket launchers.
Yeah, if you don't know, rocket launchers are super expensive and they're one-time use. You literally fire one rocket, and they take
Yeah,
up
it's
like
the
a
same
whole
as Resident
inventory
Evil 4.
space. Yeah.
yeah.
I like the inventory management in
it's
this
a couple
game.
good.
I think that's a really cool aspect about it.
It's not as good as 4.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Tony there and say I prefer 4, the attaché case.
4 is way better in that respect.
Well, they've got attaché cases, you just can't use them.
Yeah.
Find them with random guns, allude into their humble beginnings.
But there is like replayability once you beat the campaign because there's tons of weapons you can unlock. There's
Yeah, you
also
get
the
unlimited
medallions as well to unlock costumes and stuff.
So only if you like collecting everything is there replayability. Because for me, there was no replayability. I didn't want to play the story again.
You've played Resident Evil 5, have you?
I think I played it to the end, or like almost to the end.
Okay.
Like PS3 version though, not like I think I own the PC version, but I haven't played the PC version.
Right.
Yeah, watch out for the Ouroboros fight if you ever.
That's where I stopped. I think. I don't remember though.
Oh, this
but
is
there's
where you
lots
see
of
the
other
zombie
game
dog
modes
section.
as well for replayability. There's mercenaries.
Yeah.
I guess, but none of them really like the DLCs appealed to me, but I never got them on PS3. So.
Well, the DLCs are actually the shortest content you can do because of
Yeah,
how...
they seemed very interesting though.
Yeah, they are pretty interesting, I would say. There's one that
That's-
goes back into the prequel of what happened to Jill
Yeah.
and Wesker, which is more of a horror one. It's
Yeah,
That's
very
more
slow.
original.
Resident
Like
Evil.
you even
I
have
think
the
Resident Evil 1 mansion.
you have like the door opening animations back,
Oh my god, yeah.
and then the second one is what happened to spoiler alert, Jill and Josh, who were flying a helicopter in the last mission when you left them, and how they got there.
Oh, right, yeah.
And basically, that you go through a bunch of enemies, and that ends with a giant defense section where you're holding out for the helicopter to come. But they're both only like an hour long, so they're not that short. But there's like
Right, they're not like an expansive like, short story. It's just like a mission or two.
Yeah, it's just like an extra mission.
So this is like
Okay,
one of the missions where you're in the caves. One of you holds the lantern, and then the other one
Oh,
you
brilliant.
go around shooting people and stuff. Let's see what else we can show off. I think there's spiders down here. Is that a different one?
On the harder difficulties, you can get those cockroach things to spawn, but we didn't have that.
Oh, the things that bite you in one shot.
Yeah, the insta-kill ones.
Yeah.
They can be very annoying on hard.
This is a bit later on when I think you first get the sniper rifle.
Yeah, this is your first sniper rifle. You find the Dragonov in the building behind you, and you interrupt Irvin. You've just left a mine, and it's just leading up to the first boss fight.
Yeah, first boss is actually pretty... Well, no, this isn't the first boss, because there's the fire one, right? There's the fire one before this.
The incinerating one.
Yeah, the incinerator.
It's not really a boss.
A mini boss.
That's like a mini boss, yeah.
Yeah.
But this boss is quite cool. I guess I can skip towards it.
Yeah, no, it is, and I like the way that you fight it now, and it's quite a difficult thing to do. And then you run across one of them as a mini boss later in the game, and when you're that upgraded, it's no problem.
Yeah,
like you don't even have to fight it. It's just to.
But here they give you the way they get you to destroy is they give you a bunch of like mines and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can do that, but
I just think this
just shooting out of the sky.
Playing this in like point, this game is aged really
still
well.
Holds up.
It looks great. I didn't think I would be saying that, but
does it look great? It looks okay.
It looked well considering when it came out.
I remember. Yeah.
When did it come out? Actually, that'd be interesting to see.
2009, 8?
Yeah, 2008. I've got a feeling.
I
like
want to say
10 plus years ago or something.
Yeah. But I honestly think Resident Evil 4 would stand up today, though. So.
But you can run it on a toaster as well. Like.
That's because it's 12 years old.
Yeah, but it's still a good game to play now, and it looks great.
Okay.
Just killing this giant bat.
So I didn't like this boss at all.
Really?
So I'm curious to know why you liked it.
Oh, it looks cool. There's an.
Does it?
Yeah,
it's okay.
You have to like kite it around and get it to land on like mines.
It's got an intuitive like pattern of what you do. You shoot the fleshy parts.
Yeah, but I didn't find it that fun to do.
Yeah, no, I can see why it would be a bit repetitive.
I just found it just attacking this guy, I guess. I don't know. I didn't get anything from this boss at all.
What else we got?
I like it, but mostly for kiting it around to get all the ammunition. Make it
right.
Building.
Okay.
But it will help you later on when you're struggling for ammo.
Take it out with a couple of pistol shots.
Yeah, the magical pistols that you don't have in your inventory, but they appear in the cutscenes. It's quite strange.
I definitely think this game is worth going back and playing, especially if you've got a partner to play with it co-op.
Yeah, I'd be willing to play as co-op.
This is straight after this. You have the on rails section, right?
Oh, I love this.
This is the on rails leading to.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you would call it another boss fight with
El
Gigante.
Yeah.
I don't know if they changed the name, but yeah, it's the same El Gigante.
Well, if you've played a Resident Evil game, you'll know the T virus, but this is Las Plagas, like
Las
4.
Plagas. Yeah. This is type 2 Las Plagas.
We never got S ranks unless we had a good time. Time seems to be like what you need for the S ranks.
Yeah, it's a mix of stats. You don't just need time, you need like S for all the rest, and then you could have an A time and you'll get an S rank.
I did like the inventory management where you would want to try and bring like 2 weapons and say, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna get shot in this, bring the bulletproof vest
Yeah.
bring the stab vest.
Trying to bring enough ammo and then trying to bring a weapon to manipulate what ammo drops you're gonna get. So when I used to play this a lot on the harder difficulties, we would always keep a Magnum on us and not use it just to get the Magnum ammo for later when we're gonna need it.
That's a very
that works,
big weapon in the game. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting strategy.
This was before Dave told me there was a sell all button on the treasures. The thing is, I don't.
Myself. It gives me extra time to sort out my inventory while he's out.
The thing is, though, I don't think you ever want to keep the treasures, though, do you?
No, they are just.
There's literally no point of keeping the treasures, so why didn't it just give you cash? I don't know.
It's not the same. It's more immersive.
Yeah, it's to be more like Resident Evil 4, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, I miss the keeping hold of some treasures and combining them that you wouldn't know about unless you've been showed it in the past.
Here's the El Gigante fight, which you do on rails on these machines.
Get back on the turret.
Get on the truck.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this either.
I thought this fight was cool.
I'm not a big fan of turret sections.
It reminds me of being in an arcade. This because
I'm not a big fan of turret
that would
sections.
be like a very arcadey thing where you're on a rails shooting some boss or something like that.
Oh, like Rambo.
Like Rambo? What?
Yeah.
Is there a Rambo game?
Yeah, you're on rails.
Yeah, there's a Rambo one where you're just on rails. Yeah,
I was thinking more like
I fucking hate games.
When I'm thinking of on rail games at an arcade, I'm always thinking of House of the Dead. That's the kind of game I'm thinking of. Oh, by the way,
I'm thinking the Silent Hill ones they made for arcades.
If you like No. If you like House of the Dead, there's this great game on Steam. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen other people play it. It's called Typing of the Dead, and it's very much like House of the Dead, but you have to type to shoot the enemies. That seems really cool. I want to play that. But yeah. I don't know if there's
I do like this section, but it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's the only on rails part of the game.
Right.
You just bought into it. But I like it more for like the story building where you've been, as we said before, sent in with your team, and slowly everyone's dying. You can see one of your team hanging off his belt.
Yeah, I like that.
So you're fully alone, and it's basically just you and Josh is floating around somewhere, but you don't really know what he's up to. He just comes and goes.
Josh is like, did he train Sheva or something? They have like that kind of relationship.
They're friends as well.
Yeah.
I think Sheva's an orphan, and hence the accent because she was educated. And I think it's America, though. We thought she was British
she
the whole
sounded
time.
English to me, which was confusing the hell out of me. She had a very English-sounding accent in the game, to me at least.
I do think she's meant to be American.
Well, it's like a Japanese company set in Africa with Americans, you know.
It's about the secondary character. I don't think she's meant to be English or American.
Well, no, she is African.
Yeah,
but she was meant to be educated in America. I think.
Right.
That's the reason given for her accent.
Okay, fair enough. I think it's just like I always thought like the point was like she was like attached. She was attached to you because she had like closer ties to America, which is why she's able to help you.
I have no idea. The story is inconsistent at best, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I think her backstory is that she was orphaned by a bioterrorism attack, and hence why she joined the BSSA. But I think she is more local than just Africa.
Tell us what you were saying about how you thought Resident Evil 5 story was good. Or you thought you thought Resident Evil 5 story was bad, but you thought the other Resident Evil games had a good story?
Yeah, I quite like the intrigue of the other Resident Evil 4. Oh, sorry, the other Resident Evil.
You said Resident Evil had some of the best story of any zombie game.
Yeah, I prefer it out of anything else. Like, just like, oh yeah, we're just fucking about and
Where I think
researching
that most
viruses.
of Resident Evil story is I am a bad man and I am doing bad things because I am bad, and no other. They don't really have any interesting bad characters.
That's the morals like behind the individual villains, not the actual virus itself. Though.
But I don't think you can have a good game without a good villain.
Virus doesn't have any.
I agree,
morals, but
I find the backstory like an interesting part of like a story as well. Like that is also a big part of
the only reason like Wesker's an interesting character is because of how ridiculous he is, not because he's an intriguing villain.
I agree.
Where you look at his actions and go, "Yeah, a regular."
I agree.
I kind of think he might be the hero of this piece because he's doing these things. For,
I'm not
interesting reasons.
I'm not disagreeing with that. The villains are cheesy, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like the cheesy villains and things. But the backstory is also what makes it unique, and it's like exploring the world. Like, I'm not exploring the world for the villains, which is kind of a shame. But I kind of just like the intrigue of the older games, just like going about and finding weird, fucked up shit.
Yeah, but if you look at 2, it
doesn't make any sense. Like why the police station?
Yeah, police station
the way they
with
are.
like ancient puzzles in it and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like what the hell is going on?
Though.
I like that his belt has people on it. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's
cool.
The
rest of your team.
Yeah.
But no, Wesker was an interesting like character as
originally.
Originally before if we exclude 5.
My perception of Wesker is a bit jilted because I've seen most of the Resident Evil films, and he's just jumping out of helicopters, doing crazy shit, and I'm just like, classic Wesker.
Yeah, in the games he's nothing like that.
No, he is just like that in Resident Evil.
He becomes like
Resident Evil 5. Yeah, he's not like that in the original Resident Evil.
No.
He is your boss, and you find out towards the end of the game that he's actually been working for Umbrella the whole time as a double agent.
Yeah,
while working for Stars, despite the fact that Stars is basically Umbrella's own private army. Which
it's third party thing. Don't worry about it.
Anyway. So what do we think of Resident Evil 5?
I love it.
I think I gave it. Yeah, because like I think I gave it a worse rap than I probably should have given it. But like I think at the time I played it, I was very angry that it wasn't Resident Evil 4.
Well, I think most people disliked it because of the AI, but I think it's a very solid co-op game.
I think it's
a mixture of both of them.
A mixture of everything.
Co-op's not great, so if you're playing it single player, you're not going to have the best experience. And coming out straight after 4 is not what people expect.
And it's very brown.
Which is why we're now going on to Tangerine Resident Evil 6, another great game.
Oh yeah,
another great game.
Part 2.
I can't wait to see what you have to say about 6.
That's Tangerine.
I can't wait.
Goodbye.
Bye.